which are in the interest of BRICS nations, Pia.
Indeed, sir. I request you to stay on with us as we're tracking further developments. We're now learning that the United States has ended tariff exemptions on small packages entering the country from abroad. The move, according to the Trump administration, aims to prevent the use of low-value shipments in order to evade tariffs or smuggle drugs. Parcels valued at or under $800 will no longer receive duty-free treatment, though some personal items and gifts remain excluded. Small businesses warn that this could lead to higher consumer prices. Dr. Kohli is still with us on the broadcast. What's interesting, Dr. Kohli, is that Donald Trump's decision to sunset the de minimis trade agreement has now resulted in more than 30 nations suspending parcel shipments to the United States. In fact, according to the U.S. Customs and Border Protection, the de minimis shipments coming into the U.S. were valued at more than $1.36 billion in 2024. So how will this move now impact consumers and the U.S. economy?
Yes, Pia, these smaller shipments, they include, documentary packets, they include samples which are sent for export and import approvals, they include personal gifts, they include personal items as well. So I think a reciprocatory step is being taken. For example, India has taken a step that any consignment coming from the US henceforth will be suspended. The India Post has been advised. So I think US's moves, to see a very protectionism-based policy is not going to sustain in the long run. And, US will end up, as I said, I would like to reiterate, US will end up alienating itself trade-wise and otherwise, because we have seen relations of the US with some of the countries at an all-time low. We've never seen US at such low relations with some of the countries which have been friends with the US for a very, very long time. And then my worst fear is that inflation in US is going to fuel in the next few weeks. How is President Trump going to handle that situation? That's the big question, because inflation is going to hit the people of America. 350 million population of America will have to probably deal with inflation, and how that will be dealt with. US dollar will come under pressure. US might sink into recession. I wonder if President Trump has thought of that economic scenario in the weeks to come, Pia.
Especially considering the fact that their festive season is also around the corner. Thank you so much, Dr. Kohli, for taking our time.